that has gorgeous luxury homes, sits right up against nature with incredible trails, and has access to some of the most highly rated golf courses, Castle Pines is an incredible community that we get a lot of questions about, including what part of Castle Pines isn't even in Castle Pines?
What does that even mean?
I'm going to break it down for you in just a minute.
We're Jake and Megan Friedel, your brother-sister team, full-time real estate agents, part-time tour guides to Southern Denver living. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you can be the first to get the most up-to-date information on everything Denver Metro.
Let's hit it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Castle Pines Village, and Castle Rock are all sitting right next to each other geographically, and you've got some similar naming there. But don't be fooled, these are all three completely separate entities. At the north end, you've got Castle Pines. You could consider this like Castle Rock's little sister. A lot newer, it's incorporated in 2007, but some might say a lot cooler as well. A little more laid back than its older brother, Castle Rock. If you're living in Castle Pines, you are probably driving, though, to Castle Rock to do most of anything. Although Castle Pines has a couple necessities like your King Soopers and a few other things, Castle Rock's got a lot more of a bustling downtown center and a lot of your major box store outlets. Right in between the two, you've got Castle Pines Village. Now, even though your postal address here is going to say Castle Rock, it's actually not a part of the city of Castle Rock. But it's not a part of the city of Castle Pines either. Huh? It's its own unincorporated community in Douglas County. Whereas the city of Castle Pines is a little bit more suburban, it still holds that privacy and has that mountainous twist. But the Castle Pines Village has a little bit more of resort-style seclusion. The true city limits of Castle Pines itself has mostly HOA communities. Right here, we're in Buffalo Ridge. This is a gated community with a strong HOA. And most of the communities do have HOAs upwards of $100. There are a couple pockets where you can find lower HOAs, or Beverly Hills is a great example of one of the neighborhoods that has no HOA. Some of the communities claim to be HOA free, but really those fees are just already included in the property taxes, which are quite high. Let's look into what your typical home looks like in Castle Pines, and we really are talking about specifically the city of Castle Pines. We're doing a whole deep dive on Castle Pines Village in another video. Be sure to check that out. Your median close price in the city is looking at $975,000. And for that, we are looking at an elevated purchase price here compared to a lot of the neighbors, but you do get a lot for that price point. We're looking at your typical home being a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 4,400 square foot home.
And then let's talk about this lot size. We've got huge lots in comparison to surrounding areas. The median being the most common lot size is somewhere around 8,500 square feet, and the average being 11,800 square feet. That is massive when compared with Highlands Ranch or Castle Rock right next door.
Yeah, so not only are your lot sizes a little bigger, but you've got all that extra square footage. You're looking at some pretty big homes over here.
Castle Pines living is all about access to the outdoors. You do have a couple of restaurants a few minutes away in the main town area, but if you want to get out for date night in downtown Castle Rock or in Park Meadows Mall, it's about a 15 to 20 minute drive. But what you're getting in return for that trade-off is absolutely worth it. The outdoor space is amazing. It's interwoven throughout all of the communities. And right here, we're in Daniels Park, where we have over 1,000 acres of open space, 5 miles of trail systems, and incredible views. Behind me, you can see Longs Peak, Mount Evans. In this direction, we've got Pikes Peak. Those are the main 3 14ers that are visible from the Front Range. And if you've seen those, you know you've got a great mountain view. And don't forget about the bison herd that you can see here in Daniels Park. Really cool, one of 2 bison herds in the Front Range area that you can take a look at. Outside of Daniels Park, we have a ton of other outdoor spaces, like the Glendale Open Space Trail, which features a giant dog park with agility equipment for dog owners and some other trails for other folks as well without dogs. Then we've got Elk Ridge Park, which is a major city park with a splash pad, sports fields, lots of fun stuff for the kiddos. Pocket parks woven throughout the community, and little insider tip, Daniels Park actually butts right up against the Highlands Ranch Backcountry, which is another 1,000 acres of outdoor space that you can access seamlessly. And as a Highlands Ranch resident, I won't tell anybody if you get in there. In total, we've got 1,850 acres of space maintained by the city of Castle Pines, with another 3,400 owned and maintained by the Castle Pines Metropolitan District. 122 acres of parks and over 60 miles of trails throughout this community. That is insane. So we talk about Denver being the mile-high city. What we don't talk about is that Castle Pines is almost 2,000 feet higher than that, which means we have great views of the Front Range. A lot of the houses sit on the edge of ridges, which means you've got nothing between you and the mountains, but a whole lot of flat prairie.
So Castle Pines doesn't have like a huge, robust downtown area. It does have this little shopping center where some of your basic needs are met. And so if you're in Castle Pines, you're probably a 5 or so minute drive from it. It's not too bad.
And you know, it really has quite a bit for all the trash I talked about it earlier. There's yoga studios, there's fitness studios, there's a kids dance studio, salons, and
A coffee shop.
couple coffee shops, and Duke's Steakhouse, which has a 4.5 Google rating, and a pretty darn good steak, as we're about to experience here in just a minute.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're looking for like any kind of big shopping, you're headed to Castle Rock, you're a good drive from any of the big stuff, but I'd say that's kind of by design. When you're living out here, it really maintains that privacy feel. It adds to the seclusion mountain vibe you have, and I think that's the trade-off that you make.
You really aren't going to have a lot of non-locals hanging out here, and you're never going to have this be the location for a tourist trap because no one's touring here. It's just catered for the homeowners. We have 4 golf courses in the area. We have Castle Pines Golf Club, the Country Club at Castle Pines, the Sanctuary Golf Course, and the Ridge at Castle Pines North.
And Jake, are all 4 of those available to the public?
You know, only the Ridge at Castle Pines North is the public course. The rest of them are private membership courses. And the Sanctuary is an invitation-only course.
And that one that's public, that's technically the only one that is in Castle Pines city limits, right?
That's right, yeah. The rest of these are in Castle Pines Village, and the Sanctuary is actually in Sedalia. It's right outside of Castle Pines. So we're including it here because you could drive to all of them within a couple minutes.
And these membership-only clubs, they've got a pretty hefty initiation fees, membership costs, wait lists, but you do get access to some really prestigious high-end clubs.
Yeah, these are the kind of clubs that were designed by Jack Nicklaus. We've got some incredible features in each of them, one of them with a 1-acre putting experience. And of course, most people actually join these kind of clubs for the lifestyle and the elite networking connections that you make.
Looking to get inside this incredible community, or just have questions about real estate in general or Castle Pines? YouTube is where we come to goof around a little bit, sometimes embarrass ourselves.
And real estate is where we actually take things seriously. We are full-time veteran agents, we live in the area, and we are dedicated to helping our clients find their perfect place. So call us, text us, schedule a Zoom call, it's all in the link below, and we will get you into one of these beautiful homes.